Hi there. If you're a regular viewer or you follow me on my social media, you'll be no stranger to seeing transphobic remarks in the comments of my videos and my posts. Because every post I put out on a lot of my social media, I get a lot of hate. And I'd like to make this video about exploring about how people cope with that because it can be really tough. Now, I recently posted a video about my good friend Steph Richards and her plan to take the Labour Party to court for discrimination. However, Steph recently also appeared on ITV's Good Morning Britain a few weeks ago, just to highlight the transphobia that she'd experienced, just purely for volunteering for a women's health charity as a transgender woman. And since then, she's been hounded out of the charity completely. It's been utterly disgraceful. But anyway, Steph is back to talk to me about it now. So, hi, Steph.
Hi, Katie. Thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Oh, you're very welcome. So what happened then?
Well, basically, I volunteered to help Endometriosis South Coast some 2.5 years ago. Initially, I was CEO, and unfortunately, that caused quite a lot of transphobia. And then for the last 18 months, I've been the parliamentary engagement officer for the charity, basically meaning I met MPs. And my job was simply to highlight the importance of grassroots support charities and what we do to support endo sufferers. And then in December of last year, I started to write a report about the lack of funding regarding endometriosis and arranged for an MP to host the event and highlight the problem. I sent out invites to all the MPs in March, but unfortunately, the transphobic MP Rosie Duffield um, felt that it was inappropriate, and she went off to the Times. So the Times ran an article, and then of course it went down to all the other right-wing media, so the Mail, the Telegraph, GB News,
It just
and then
escalates, doesn't it? It just
yes, it
escalates.
did.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
just went
It goes
crazy.
mad. Yeah.
So so, of course, the charity was getting loads of hate. I was getting loads of hate. The platforms had to be, some of the social media platforms had to be closed down. And then Suella Braverman joined in, called me a man twice, said I was pretending to be a woman after I've gone
Mm.
through 10 years of transition, demand that I got sacked. Um, and unfortunately, the charity was there to support women with endometriosis, not to defend transphobia. And eventually it just got so bad that I was forced to resign.
It's horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. I'm so sorry that's happened to you, Steph. I mean, it's just, I know when I've been, as you know, I've been targeted many times like this, and one
Yeah.
time was by J.K. Rowling and to her 14 million followers, and that escalated and went up around the world, and it gets so bad, and that nothing could have prepared me for the amount of hate that I got after that. So I know how you're feeling after being
Yeah.
targeted by high profile people like that. So how are you feeling about it all?
I'm gutted.
Hmm.
My background really suited the work that I was doing. It's
Yeah.
really unfair because Laura Kirby, a cis woman, is in charge of Prostate Cancer UK. No
Yeah.
one complains about Laura.
Yeah.
Rob Music was the former CEO of Endometriosis UK. No one complained about Rob, and then Rob went on to work with the Joe's Trust for cervical cancer. Um,
No complaints there either.
no complaints there.
No,
No,
funny
no.
that. Funny that.
This is purely because I'm a trans woman.
Yeah.
And I love that charity. So I'm pretty gutted, and yeah, I'm just gutted.
Well, I'm so sorry, Steph. But why did you get involved with endometriosis in the first place?
Um, well, it happened by accident, as a lot of these things do.
Hmm.
As you know, I come from a bit of a background in regards to research around pregnancy and baby loss. This is
Yeah.
pre-transition. Um, and to have, 1.6 million women in the UK suffer endometriosis with a 9-year diagnosis time is pretty appalling. And this is a disease which was discovered in 1860. And as my funding report pointed out, that we only invest £1.94 per year per endo sufferer in the UK. And in regards to private funding, erectile dysfunction, a man's disease or man's condition, gets 28 times more than women get in regards to endometriosis.
Well, what a surprise.
Yes, exactly. What a surprise. So I call out women's health inequality all the time.
Mm.
Um, and I think it's, when we join the women's club in inverted commas, we fight for women. And that's what I plan to do going forward.
Yeah.
But sadly, we're not the endometriosis coast.
What a shame. And what are your plans for the future then?
Um, so fortunately, I'm co-founder of the Women's Action Network Portsmouth. So we can carry on doing feminist work there. I've got an invitation back to Parliament to do exactly the same event as what was planned for April 14th, which was a
I see.
huge success. Even the um, Deputy Speaker, Caroline Noakes, came to hear about the report. So we made really good progress that day, but we want to go back to Parliament and highlight the problems that women have as regards to health inequality. So it's not all negative.
No, well, that's good. And I hear you've been nominated for an award as well.
Yeah, very kindly, some kind person has highlighted the work that I've done for women's health inequality, and um, yeah, that's at the National Diversity Awards for gender positive role model for gender. Um, Fingers crossed,
Yeah.
I was
Because you were shortlisted last year, weren't you?
I was indeed shortlisted. And again, that was around my work around
Yeah.
endometriosis, standing up to racism. And I will carry on doing that work.
Yeah, because we were sitting on the same table together, weren't we?
Indeed, we were. I took your photograph.
I know. I couldn't believe it when I won. It was just like, oh, it's an
Yeah.
amazing night. They put on a good do, don't they?
Well deserved,
Oh,
Katie.
thank
Well
you.
deserved of it.
Thank you. Oh, well, thanks so much for telling me all about it, and good luck with the award. And I'll put the link on so that people can vote for you. So hopefully, yeah, you'll
I
get
would
some nice votes.
really appreciate it. There's only about 6 days left to vote. So
Yeah,
fingers crossed, one better than last year.
fingers crossed. Brilliant. Well, good luck with it all, Steph, and lovely to see you again.
Thank you so much for having me, Katie. Really appreciate it.